has it been like in terms of the commerce aspect of it? Has it been an amazing experience for you here in India?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
110%. I think that India is one of the most amazing emerging markets in the world. I think that literally if you know your craft or understand your business, that you really can succeed here. Yes, there might be 1 million of the same happening, but I really do believe that like creating good relationships and like being persistent here can work. It's not unattainable. Where I feel like certain places like the US I find more difficult.
Oh, why did you say
for
that?
small businesses
Okay.
than than here. Here you can take a small business, price it properly, and you can make great money. There you can start a small mom and pop store, small business, and either the government makes it extremely difficult for you, or it's just not enough people, like it's just different.
It's a smaller market.
It's very, very different. Here you literally, I feel like you can open up whatever it is that you want, either food, beverages, cosmetics, or clothes, anything you want, and you literally can make so much money. If you went to any of the stalls like here in Bandra, there's this area that sells us chappals and clothes. I bet if you ask them, without them being scared to tell you the exact amount of money they make, that they make a shitload of money selling clothes and chappals and bags and whatever it is that they're selling. I can guarantee that they make so much money, it's insane. And they make more money than a small business owner in the US than here.
Do you have a head for business? Are you good with numbers? Are you a person who can see like a commerce through? Because you have a bunch of businesses yourself, right?
Yeah, I do. So between myself and Daniel, we work really hard. I think that having the cosmetics and production and fragrances and all these things helps there be other avenues of income using, the leverage of my name to help propel it forward. So that in that way, it's great because I get to follow my passions of, cosmetics and whatever else I want to do, and be able to make those dreams come true. Because first and foremost, I was always into business, and I was always working, and I was always starting my own thing or doing my own thing as a child and as a teenager. So in that way, I'm able to fulfill those dreams,
Like what were these businesses that you got into when you were a teenager?
Like I started when I was little. I used to sell lemonade down the street. I mean, really little. I'm talking about 7, 8, 9 years old.
I saw that in the series, and then that's how you bought the clothes that you wanted to wear because your mom wouldn't allow you to.
No, so it's very true. To shoveling snow in the wintertime, I was the annoying kid that went door to door in the block, trying to sell something. When I got into the adult industry, I learned how to build my own website, taught myself HTML, video editing, photo editing, built my own affiliate program at that time. I learned how to market it on my own. I learned how to do like so many things. And I knew that at a young age, as like 16, 15, 16, 17, I wanted to own my own business. I just, at that age, didn't know what it would be. So everything just evolved into what it was.
That is so cool. That's crazy. What do you do with your money? What do you have? Do you have any particular luxuries, guilty pleasures? Do you have a private island, which will
I want Daniel to buy me an island, like in Maldives, where we always vacation. That would be nice. What do I do with my money?
Private jet?
No.
Do you have a private jet? No.
No.
Okay.
No, I don't even think I'd want one.
No, why?
I was on a plane once, one of these private planes, and went through a crazy air pocket. We were in Latur, out of all places. We were going to Latur because in Latur there's no commercial airports. They're only private. So then we were like, okay, let's take a private plane. We were in this tiny dinky, like everybody thinks a private plane is so amazing.
Yeah.
Okay, but let me just break it down to you. The things you see online, half of it is probably fake. Like in Los Angeles, you can go rent like a tiny little studio that has the big private plane seat and the window, and you can sit there with your champagne and take your photo. That's what most people are doing. I hate to break it to you. It's not what you guys think. So we're in this plane, and then we go through this air pocket, and then from that moment forward, we said we're not going to go on a private plane again because that was really scary. I mean, there were two pilots in the front. One was this Sardar, and he's going, Waiguruji, 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 Waiguruji. And we're like, dude, my husband he's like going to freak out because he's yelling at the manager who had booked the job. And I'm looking at him going, do not lose your shit right now. I go, everyone's here. Do not scare everybody here with being really loud. And I have one security guard. He's in the back. I can't do the position because I'm wearing a skirt. But he had one foot here, 1 foot here in between the seats, and one hand here and one hand here, and he's freaking out. Everybody's freaking out. And then, God has different plans for you in life. And exactly 1 month later, we got a call saying we were matched with a little girl for adoption, and she's from Latour.
Oh, wow. Wow.
So I called up my manager and I said, Rajani, I need you to look up a private charter. And he's like, are you out of your effing mind? He's like, why? I go, don't ask me questions. Just
book me the same plane again.
Just look up private charters to Latour because I was on a tight schedule. I had to go to the U.S. right after I was done shooting. I was shooting in Jim Corbett and got home. The next day had to go to Latour. Then that next night I was flying back to the U.S. So I didn't have a lot of time to drive. I think it's 8-10 hours or something. He's like, you're out of your mind. Made him book it. We all took the charter. To there.
Did you go with
I
a
took
helmet
my,
or something?
I did take my doctor
Okay.
because it was the first time we were meeting Nisha, and I just wanted to make sure like everything medically was okay and she's fine. So then we went there all together, flew there, no issues. Flew back, no issues. Then we had to pick her up from Latour. Again, we needed the plane for Latour, and Latour's like...
Hey, you and Latour, man, and the private jet.
Forever connected with Latour in the most amazing and not so amazing way.
That's incredible. Yeah. Of course, you've been a mom.
So I will never buy. You asked about money.
No,
I will never buy the jet. I will never buy a plane. I don't even want to reserve a seat. Like timeshares. I'm not interested. I want to fly on a normal commercial plane. If I have to sit in the back row, I have to sit in the back row. I don't care. Just not private.
But do you have a guilty pleasure though? Something that you splurge on and that others, maybe your husband doesn't get it. Like, why are you spending on this?
Amazon.
Okay. What, you're going to buy Amazon from Bezos?
No.
What's up?
Not buying
Like
Amazon.
all of it?
No. I don't really do big purchases.
Okay.
I'm like that plow horse on a farm that just keeps working. And I'm lucky because my husband buys really nice stuff for us. But we spent on our house here. We spent on our cars here. We save our money. We have 3 kids. I think a lot of it will go to them.
Right.
Subscribe to Midday India. Get direct notifications on all our videos by clicking on the bell icon.